Okay. And we are live. Well, greetings, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube and gamers. This is Lepidus Grand Cinema. Welcome to our continuation of our live stream for the game called Banished. And once again, our guest host, Ghost Rider.
Hello.
So, yeah. Cinema. Welcome to... And we have two people watch it. And Nightmare Gaming is in the chat. Yay. So, in case you're wondering about this, before anyone asks about it, because I know it's going to happen eventually, this was a result of a pimple. Just to get that out of the way.
Okay, the live stream's not playing for me. I don't know what's...
You might have to refresh, so... But, I think it's gonna be a while before we get people.
Refresh first for a second.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be a while before we get at least more people coming, so... I think we'll, hold off on questions until later on. Because right now, there's not a whole lot of people. So, as it says in the title, because, like I mentioned in the previous stream, this is initially just started as a funny idea of, oh, but I haven't even changed the name for this, on the title. Give me one sec. I think that's how you spell it, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So now that's out of the way. Alright. So we're down to 2 again. So let's go where we left off. Which was here. And but yeah, the reason why we're calling it Surviving Starvation is because of how many people in the town are eating through the food. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yep. Eat it like candy.
So, let's see here. Come on, people, we need more food. Oh, shoot. And another one has died of starvation. And apparently it's apparently it's a person that is named Flamingo.
Flamingo?
Yeah, I remember from last stream.
Yeah.
I'm still laughing at the idea of how someone would name their child after a bird.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they were to name it Phoenix, I would say, yeah, go ahead. But to name them Flamingo, I'm just like, why?
Indeed.
And now a new kid has been born, and his name is, well... Well, ain't that interesting? I don't know, maybe I'll just live stream Gary's mod or something. Welcome to the stream. Let's see what I want to do with that. No idea. Anyways.
We are Venom.
We are Venom.
Imagine, I can just imagine someone actually naming they naming their kid Venom for some reason.
Oh God! Don't give him ideas. Oh shit! I hit the wrong thing. Don't give him ideas. So yeah, like, who the heck is this guy? Like, who names their kid Venom? Well, at least they're not naming their kid Carnage. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Or what's the other Venom character? Another Venom character, the other symbiotes. I'm trying to remember. There's Venom, Carnage. I think there's Scream. I think.
There was also the symbiote in the Venom movie.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I'm trying to remember who his was. Like, oh, Carnage, I think. And we lost about two. One about old age, the other one is, yeah. So funny enough, I actually watched the Venom movie around October. I mean, I thought it was like meh, you know. There were parts that could have been better, you know.
I'm doing okay, Nightmare Demon.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. How y'all ding? Dude, every time like someone like spells it that way, we should just have it to where like it's like someone actually does a ding sound. You know? Not to be messed up or anything. It's just like, all right, whatever. And someone named their kid Trudence. But yeah, I mean, because like the Venom movie was kind of like meh. Like it could have been. Like, there were a lot of things that were kind of padded out that didn't need to be padded. And I kind of felt that like there was a lot of stuff that was kind of like left out in that. But also there was potential areas that could have been explored.
Yeah, but
if you don't count that,
for me, they did a good job with the symbiote.
Right. Yeah.
Like, things about it.
Yeah, but I mean, there were a lot of funny parts in there too. But I mean, like I said, there was a lot of stuff that could have explored. But at the same time, there's so much stuff that was kind of padded out that didn't need to be padded out.
Like what?
I'd have to see the movie again to really kind of answer that, but there are some parts where it's like, well, okay, but what happened from between this scene and the previous scenes, you know? But at the same time, because it kind of goes with the thing like we were trying to do with the scripting for what was it? The volunteer participation thing, where we were doing kind of a 3-act thing.
Yeah.
Well, so it was kind of like I'm not trying to give give it, you know, bad connotations. It's just an opinion, you know. Not something I shoot on as I'm kind of adjusting the community thing. I kind of felt that that's what's kind of needed, but at the same time, though, if you account for some funny parts and the detail work that they put into that, kind of what the new watcher said, it's intense.
Yeah. I just hope they do more for the sequel.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential in there. And hopefully they kind of explore into what they kind of left out in some parts. I mean, granted, I'm practically an optimist, but still. Well, let's see here. And another house dealing with starvation.
Oh boy. That's the biggest threat for these people, just trying to stay,
Yeah.
well, just making sure that they have a lot of food.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the reason why I named this live stream episode "Surviving Starvation."
Yep.
But a lot of it too is the amount of how big the population is.
What is it right now?
The population about let's see. Let's see, 21 plus 4 is 25. About 29. Because you have adults, students, and newborns.
Right.
So it's, again, mathematics, Need one more bit of iron. Okay. So how many people are watching right now?
That's like the highest it's gotten for right now.
So about like 1 or 2? Well, because I spread the word, on SoundCloud and DeviantArt. Oh wait, I forgot to mention on Facebook. I would do Instagram, but I don't really even use it. Especially after what happened to you-know-who. I mean, that's just me being honest there, but yeah. But at the same time, too, like, I haven't been using it much lately as well for Facebook.
I'm pretty sure you have your reasons.
Yeah, well, a lot of it was I don't really have much to put there. However, I do have much to put on DeviantArt.
Right.
Namely the picture I showed you of Ghost Rider. The,
Star Trek?
Yeah. Okay. So now we're getting the food going, because it's going like up and down right now. So good.
Yep.
So are we still at 1 or 2 watchers still?
We're at 3.
Sweet. But like I said, I think the longer we stream, the more people we're gonna get, you know. I mean, I'm hoping the some guy comes back, because that kind of really did bring a good topic to talk about on the stream.
But
the whole Venom topic. But before I want to kind of like mention something for those who are probably watching this in the future. It's if you haven't seen our SoundCloud, I've mentioned that it's gonna be a while for episode 3, because again, trying to emphasize quality and detail over quantity. So, however, for this episode, I hope to get at least done, hopefully before spring. So, if not, summer, and there's probably going to be a hiatus there. But aside from that, I think once episode 3 is out and after the hiatus, chances are you're gonna see the animated shorts that were promised. It's just a matter of getting animators and people who share a similar or share a similar vision to what we have. Well, actually, similar or identical vision to what we have. Otherwise, it's just, you know. So who should we have guest host next? Because I've had you for like 3 streams. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of people who want to have their turn.
Maybe only Cage.
Maybe, but I think she meant Oni Cage mentioned about I think not having a very good microphone, which is fine, you know. It's, you know, because like with me, like before I got Morphox Pro, my mic wasn't the best, but you know,
it worked, right?
Yeah, after getting Morphox Pro into it. Oh wait, that's right. I don't need another fisherman, I need a woodcutter. So, we have Dark Boris in our stream as well, which I forgot to say hi to him. Which, unintentional though. So, yeah. But, aside from the Goat Simulator thing that was recommended for previous streams, what other games should we play on here? Let us know in the chat and the comments below. Because, you know, again, you guys are the one that makes this channel grow, so yeah. Like, do you want us to do Gary's mod, or because I think I did that once, but I didn't get the channel didn't get much views on that, so I don't know. I might have to link that to you, Ghost Rider. And shoot. Or I don't know. There's so many games I could probably get on here, but a lot of that's gonna have to be once I get my computer upgraded. Because right now it's still the same hardware. We have about 5 viewers now.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just have to see how things are as the stream progresses.
Yep.
So let's see, 24 plus 2 plus 6 plus 4, population 30. Let's add in another woodcutter.
I'll be right back. I need to feed my dogs.
All right. So how is everyone? The chat's gone quiet. Let me check. Alright. Welcome to the stream, Catherine. How is everyone so far? Enjoying the stream? Hold on a second, let me adjust the sound here. Audio. Maybe about apply. Okay. And another. Oh shoot, dude! Whoa. That is a lot of starvation.
Finally back.
Welcome back.
Thanks. Did I miss anything?
Well, aside from Catherine Mathewitz joining the stream. Well, in chat, but yeah.
All right.
And a few citizens died of starvation.
Yay.
But lost a few of the hunters that were gathering food. I should be like that comedian from the 90s where they were trying to imitate robots, you know?
Mm-hmm.
How is everyone tonight? Good, you know?
Because it's not a true city without the starvation.
Yeah. Welcome to the chat. Well, it's a stream.
It's alright.
But, and another one died of starvation.
It really is trying to, it really is surviving starvation.
Well, I mean, because I having people, gather food, and they're eating it like candy.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would they be eating it so fast? They're like, oh no,
think it's probably,
oh, no, we're gonna die. Let me eat as much as I can.
Well, there's that, and there's the possibility that it could potentially be overpopulation. But that's just because of how many houses there are, but... But I think it's like, once you get enough of a population to fill in the roles for hunter and gatherer and fisherman, that shouldn't be too much of an issue, provided you have enough people working at those jobs specifically.
Yeah.
Because right now I only have like one fisherman. They all died of starvation. I hate myself. Well, not literally, but, you know, for the sake of the game, you know.
Yeah.
And logs are low. Time to bring out the lumberjacks. So I think at around 15 minutes I'm gonna pause for a moment and do a real quick Q&A.
Alright.
And kind of mention whatever, so yeah. So let's see. 5, 6, 7. Alright. And 2 more died of starvation. Again, surviving starvation.
There we go.
At its finest, where you have the population going up and down due to starvation and potentially freezing to death. But again, it's the whole eating through the food like candy. Maybe I should get like a trading post up.
Where are you gonna put it though?
I'm kind of trying to figure that out right now. And can't get there. More people died of starvation, but one died of childbirth. And another hunter died of starvation. But I think I might have messed up at some point of this, so that's probably why they're all like dying right now. I mean, I'm not like laughing at the idea of starvation. It's just you're trying really hard to do something for them, and one thing leads to another, and this happens. Oh shoot. So, and I'm going to ask about Ghost Simulator, but again, what other games do you want us to play on here? No worries, Catherine. But welcome back.
Yeah, having your Wi-Fi die on you, it just sucks.
I know, right? I mean, at least it's not like DSL, you know, where it's like, I'm sure like some work and some don't. But because right now, like I have like Uverse, and we had like DSL back in the day, but the problem with DSL that we had with ours is it would intentionally reset, meaning your internet would restart every single time, every few hours or so. But I think that might have been just, you know, how it was delivered.
Yeah.
But, eh. Okay, so... Oh. They just got all the onions and stuff, so let's see. We have a storm here, so I might go in.
Yay, onions.
I'm assuming a snowstorm, Catherine? Maybe rain? I mean, if you're living on the East Coast. And a bit of the other places in the United States. And another household dealing with starvation. Super. All right, so it's a rainstorm. So
Rain. Okay.
so I think this. How many years has it been? 21 years for the town, and it's all going downhill just because of people, because of the township eating through the food that quickly, leaving only a storage barn with 426 leather.
What's the other one filled with if you have a second one?
I don't have a second one because it's the first one's not filled to the brim.
Oh, right.
So if the township ends up dying by the end of the stream, clear sign that it's the end of the game.
Yep.
But I mean, it can't just be like banished all the time, you know, or Cards Against Humanity. I mean, that's kind of the reason why I'm saying, you know, like, you want us to play Gary's mod, you want us to do this, you want to do that, you know.
Oops, I made the game rain.
I think the town is actually going to end up dying.
Because of how fast they eat the food.
Yeah, it's that and the fact that most of them are like dying of childbirth and other environmental issues. But I'm surprised it survived as long as it had, you know. Because normally it would be like, about, 14 in-game years, but they're like literally dying off like closer and closer.
Yeah, it has happened.
Yeah, it happens, but it's usually due to circumstances. So, and we're down to about we're down to 11 in population.
Those deer are really close.
Yeah, why
your
aren't they
settlement.
hunting them? Yeah. And the teacher has now passed away. So, shoot. At least they haven't gotten into the onions yet.
Onions for everyone.
And we got berries now.
Kill the deer.
Kill them all. Die. Why don't you die?
Get the flesh meat.
That just reminds me of of Lord of the Rings, the Twin Towers, where you have the orcs going like, "We've been eating this maggoty bread for 3 stinking days." True.
Well, indeed.
So how many are watching now? Still 5.
I
Shoot.
saw 6, but we're staying at around 5.
Yeah. But I think I think maybe around like 3, we'll probably get at least maybe, in theory, maybe 8 to 9, maybe 10. Rip the dream that is your town. Well, I think it's one of those things where it's you kind of learn from certain mistakes you might have made, so you don't end up repeating, past mistakes. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not necessarily a complete failure, because it lived for at least 23 years. Okay, so even though it's a minute to go, let me just pause it right here. Rest in peeps. Alright, so eat their house, just like, let's put this on the fire. Oh boy, we're eating charcoal tonight, folks.
Yep.
So, where to begin with this? So, let's start off with a bit of questions and answers. So if you have any questions, please do put them into the chat. It could be about, the game. It could be about, the projects that are being worked on. So, yeah. Because a lot of the times when you have like channels like this one where it's supposed to be predominantly animations, though sometimes they do delve into playing games for their viewers. A lot of that has to do with keeping the people entertained in the meantime. So, I mean, it's not like Gladiator where you have the "Are you not entertained?" kind of thing, but
Are you not entertained?
huh?
Oh.
But yeah. So, but at the same time too, particularly animators like myself, a lot of projects do take a lot of energy, so that's why a lot of times you see videos that we have from like 2018 and 2017 of us, letting people know that we're on the lookout for animators, But a lot of those times we do get this whole, because it's not just me here for this channel. There's other people in the group for Lepidus Grand Cinema, but
Right.
a lot of times when we tell people that we're looking for people like that, and like if they want to join in, they leave comments. The predominant thing we tend to get is either good luck or that they would love to help out, but they're new to program X, so they're not sure how to help.
Right.
So, regardless if we get the good luck thing or we get the people not sure if they'll be able to do that thing. If you were an apocalypse, what weapon would you use? It really depends on what kind of apocalypse. Like if it's a zombie apocalypse, I would probably want a ranged weapon. Because I mean you could still have the close quarters weapon like a bat or a katana, but still
machete.
Yeah, that too. But it's usually best to have like a ranged weapon, like a crossbow or a shotgun, and a automatic rifle. You know,
handgun.
That too. But if it's like a nuclear apocalypse where it's like you're in a nuclear wasteland, it's not really so much of a big worry on what weaponry to have. It's more of, can you find a spot where there's potentially a source of clean water and food, and a place to set up shelter. I've never played it actually.
I haven't played it. Well, from what I've seen, it's pretty good.
Yeah, the main it does tell you quicker, but it's always something you have handy, because chances are, like if you run out of ammo, you're gonna end up having to use it as a baseball bat.
Batter up, bonk.
I haven't really watched Pokemon in a long time. I've seen the original Pokemon before they did the Mewtwo movies. But it could. There's a lot of apocalypses that I could list, but those two I can only think of on top of my head. Because, like I said, it all depends on what that apocalypse is, you know.
Here's a question, or I guess a suggestion for a stream. Maybe play Dead Space or something.
I'll put that into consideration and see if I have the necessary disk space and meet the requirements for that said game.
Right.
If it doesn't, you know, for my computer tower, then it might not happen right away, though. If that's the case.
I don't know.
So, yeah. Basically, we're still looking for animators, so... if you are at least an animator for, like, Source Filmmaker or the Unity engine thing, or 3D Max, or whatever that is, we'd be more than happy to include you into our group. It's just a matter of you know, leaving comments saying that you're wanting to lend your skills to said project.
Right.
Because the more enemies the channel can get, the quicker videos can come out more quickly, and the energy can be distributed to other people. Because right now it's just me and a few voice actors, so that's pretty much it. I would have to see their content, so you might have to link that. It's still loud.
Right.
There we go. Because I feel like I'm yelling, and that's kind of annoying. So hopefully I'm not yelling as much. Okay, so actually, let me turn down the music to about a 3. Okay. There we go. I have another citizen called Flamenco.
Yay! He's back.
He is risen from the dead. Okay, so got predominantly berries and mushrooms in the storage barn. Okay. Time to get more lumber. So how many are watching right now? 3 people.
Well, give us Flamingo.
I know, right? Like, who names their kid after a bird? At least in terms of flamingo. I mean, if it, again, like I said, if you name him Phoenix, sure, you know. But flamingo,
Then again, we have people that are that are named after trees too.
yeah, like some named well. Then again, you have my OC, whose human name is Nicholas Pine. But you know his appearance name is Gentleman Fox. So. But at least they're not naming their kid Toucan or naming them after food. Like, stop, no more flamingo for the creator.
We've had enough people named Flamingo for one day. Can we just put that on? Can we just stop that, please? Right?
Yeah. Well, and we'll have to kind of see how the population is. Like, I want to name my kid Flamingo, and you have like, and the 10 we're going, no.
Nah.
Alright, so we have about... We went down about... I went down to 3 and then we're to 4 right now, so...
Yep. Weird but funny.
Wow, they seem to be not going through the food as much now.
Because there's less peep.
True. I mean, we have more vents and... we have... Well, they already went through a lot of that. So we're now back to having predominantly mushrooms. And now we got onions again and roots. Okay. So let's see. Decent amount of happiness, but health is not the greatest. So let's see. I'm gonna have to close that down for a bit.
Bless you.
No, that should me clear my throat. The reason I'm saying that is because
It sounded like you were coughing.
well, yeah, I was coughing. It's just like normally when you say "bless you," it's usually reserved for sneezing.
Yeah.
And so let's see. We lost 1 to old age. So we're down to 1 gatherer and 2 hunters. It's all coming down from here. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Okay. Sure. Because again, I'd have to see their content.
Yep, I know. Megalaz found.
I mean, the current animations that the Lepidus channel has is kind of like from from a few years ago, by the way. Currently, I've actually improved from those videos, so I might have to show that at some point. Maybe
True.
I have to see if I can show that without, you know, potential spoilers. But, yeah, maybe after the stream, Ghost Rider, you can, link, I mean, if Catherine is able to link their channels, so I can see what kind of content they have, if she's able to, but, I mean, if she's not able to, you can go ahead and link me, their stuff. Because the thing is, I'm not going to get picky over it. I mean, if they're kind of where I was 2 or 3 years ago, that's fine. I can, you know, do kind of an animation shop kind of thing, where I can kind of show a bit of my experiences with it, and kind of find a workaround on walking animations and so forth.
Right.
So I think we're gonna end the stream at 3:30, so we got about a good 40 minutes. At least on my clock here. Was that your brother?
What?
I heard a...
Probably I wasn't paying attention.
Because I literally just heard...
I really need to get some new headphones. The ones I'm using right now are kind of hurting my ears a little.
what kind of headsets are they? Are they, I forget what they're called. Because there's a certain headset that I used to have where it would dig into the ears. So I think I can sympathize with that. Which is why I have these. The ones you see me wearing currently.
They were made by Steel Series.
Oh. Numbers is just like, the heck?
Yeah. But yeah, my headphones were made by Steel Series. They also made the keyboard I'm using.
Yeah, because I think before I had these, and before the Razer headsets, which I was trying to initially get. Shoot. I forget what developed what company made it, but it was one of those things where it loops over your ears and the predominant thing goes behind your neck. And for whatever reason, every time I tried to wear it, it would literally try to dig into my ears.
Ugh.
Yeah, and it hurt quite a bit. But luckily it's fallen apart and is no longer usable. So So I'm like, yeah, I don't have to wear it anymore.
Well, these things are well, even the ones I'm using right now are alright. They're just hurting my ears.
Yeah. So, Catherine, could you potentially link their channels? In the chat. And another worker died of starvation.
Yep.
Can't start a new year without someone passing away of starvation.
Yep.
And another one died of starvation. I'm only laughing because I'm like, come on, I'm trying here.
I'm doing all I can here.
Stop going through the food
really
so
do
fast.
So much.
Whoa, they are literally dying off that quick. Oh my god.
Dropping like flies.
It's just like you. It's kind of like that standing up school video. The hello kids, today we're gonna learn not to learn to just stand, and it's just like one falls forward like, and you fail. So this one's like, hello, welcome to not starving, and then one dies of starvation like that, and like, and you fail, and then it's just like everyone else just dies too, like, you all fail. Oh shit, there's only 3 people left. Dying. Oh my god. I think I made a prediction at that point, because like I said, I have a feeling that at the end, almost close to the end of the stream or like that, they're all gonna die like flies just because they went through the food that fast.
And there's what?
There's like 3 left.
People left.
I swear,
this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, this should not be happening. So, basically, this town pretty much failed to stay alive.
I'm surprised that they lasted as long as they did.
Yeah, they lasted for about at least 26 in-game years.
Yeah.
I mean, we're down to at least, like, 1 person doing that, so... doing the gathering.
See 3 people left.
Yeah, like 3 as hunters, and 1 as a gatherer.
Oh my goodness.
Well, apparently because they survived they survived the wilderness. And they survived the elements. But yet they failed in surviving starvation. But I think a lot of that too is just They go through the food so quickly.
That's on them. I'm just saying.
It's like, why did you let us die? Because you went through the food too fast. Oh. But then again, to be fair, you know, it's... I think a lot of it is... I think I was focusing too much on housing that I probably didn't take into account this situation happening. But, you know, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, again, because even though it's kind of like on them too, but at the same time it's also on me as well, because I decided to put houses down when I wasn't supposed to. At least not yet.
Maybe they might make a comeback.
Maybe.
But I'm not sure.
Yeah, especially since the population is just like literally just 3 people. And I just picture them like, this is where Dr. Jalapeno was before dying of starvation.
Here is what's his name before. This is the recipe of what's his name.
Yeah, yeah.
He died of starvation.
And this person died of childbirth. And
But the thing that really could kill him off, starvation.
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, even the elements too, per se, because like if it's like rain, like really cold, chances are you can die of freezing to death. So
yeah.
And if you're not careful, you can get killed off by predators.
Oh, I didn't know those were a thing.
No, in the game, no. But I mean, like if you're like in the real world, you know, if you're like in the wilderness, if you're not careful, you could be eaten by a mountain lion or bobcat, wolf, coyote. But it really depends if they're like really hungry, you know. Like I mean, if they're not hungry and if they're not hungry and stuff like that, chances are you're more likely going to be fine. So yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm still kind of thinking about maybe getting maybe a FNAF game in here, but
yeah.
I think the only one I'm not gonna do is the Pizzeria Simulator, because again, personal reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, I was actually almost about to actually play FNAF World, but by the time I actually got around to actually getting it, it was already removed from Steam. And I was just like, well, shoot, there goes my opportunity. But in a lot of ways, too, it's a lot like Final Fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not exactly a FNAF, like an online thing. It's more of just like Final Fantasy, whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Will they make a comeback? No one knows.
That's the $1 million question.
Yep. Because right now I'm seeing like, okay. I'm only seeing about 1, 2, 2 males and and I don't know if there's a female in there. Yeah, there's one female, so I think they're gonna start dying off at this point. But a lot of it too is...
It's likely.
Yeah, because the population is like 2 guys and a gal. And chances, I think they'll probably beat each other to death over one person. But, yeah. For some reason, like your brother. It sounds like the whole. I don't know why. Crazy, but I will find you. You know which one I'm talking about, right?
I think so.
He also played in that movie that revolved around ping pong.
And I think he played in a Batman movie that was directed by Tim Burton. That's supposed to be this boss for Catwoman. Which people probably won't remember that, but it was around the time where like VHS was still a thing in the 80s and 90s. I mean, we didn't start having DVD until like what? Early 2000?
I think so.
I mean, I think like nowadays people just would rather watch it online, which is fine. You know, it's something to capitalize on and put your investment to.
Yeah.
Because you know, you had TVs, and that's kind of like an evolution of sorts, where you have the theater, the play. And that led up to TV-related stuff and motion picture, and that evolved into digital film. And you also have internet being made around the 40s for the military. So, and that kind of evolved into what we have right now. So.
Yep.
And now we're reaching full capacity. But I don't think it will matter now because it's only just 3 people. But what the heck? Nah, we'll pause that. Okay, so how many are watching right now?
4.
Still 4? Shoot. I picked a bad time. But then again, I think it's one of those things where it's kind of you have to spread the word, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't mean that to sound like a creepypasta with the that dog, you know?
Smile that
Yeah.
JPEG.
Yeah. But, you know. Alright, so we have about 20 minutes, so at around 3:20 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we'll conclude this game. Because right now, I don't think this town is gonna last. And that's kind of on me, so yeah. I mean, if I had just stuck with, like, these 3 or 4, maybe 5, chances are they probably would have survived, possibly past year 36.
Mm-hmm.
The predominant thing in the storage barn is, if you don't count the leather, is venison and onions. I mean, when I was doing a test of this before we started streaming this thing, that was the predominant thing they were getting, is onions. Like, really, no joke. That's how much they were getting.
They must really love. They must really love onions.
Well, this is. I mean, if it was like garlic, I mean, that'd probably be a good thing because you wouldn't want vampires coming and going like, "Ugh," and then these. I just kind of picture it now, just like trying to bite them, and then realize, oh wait a minute, they ate garlic. Blah.
Yeah, true.
True.
Not everything worked out the way you wanted to.
It's still predominantly venison and onions.
Yikes.
Maybe they gorge on onions and repel predators with a purple breath. No, it would be like Hector Cerrone from the movie Holes, where they have onions so much that they start farting. And you just like see like a deer going. Well, I think now, like, they're not, like, eating through the food, but that's because of, you know. Maybe I should have built the town in the area that I spawned right now, because I was kind of going off of what a tutorial said, like, go close to a really big river, and that's what I did.
Well, it kind of worked.
Yeah, kind of worked. But unfortunately, due to me adding in more houses than I should have, that led to people eating through the food so quickly. 'Cause I don't know, maybe they're hoarding the food in the house, which is why a lot of people say build boarding houses. But yeah.
Yeah.
None taken. Nightmare. Because my main thing I was going for is focusing on food supply, but make sure not to have the population eat through the food like candy. So, live and learn.
Yep.
But I don't think they're gonna be. They're not really seem to be passing away anytime soon. I mean, they'll probably. Let's see. I think that the main thing that's going to happen to them is they're probably going to die of the cold. So, at least for these two.
Probably.
Because right now, like, yeah, they died, except for one. So, wow, yeah,
Yep.
So, this concludes this town? It
Yep.
does.
Rest in peace.
So, yeah. That happened. But again, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that, like, probably just, like, from now on, if I do decide to go at it again, probably just go ahead and stick with about 4 or 5 houses, you know? At least until, like, year 20 or something. So, how is everyone so far?
I'm doing all right. Rest in the creator. Listen, they did last a long time though.
True. But I mean, like for the most part, it was just them eating through the food like that,
Yep.
and they didn't start and like after a big portion of the population died. That's when the food actually went up, and then they died of like the cold.
So, in theory, the 3 people survived starvation.
Yeah, but they did not survive the elements afterwards.
Nope.
All because the woodcutter was dead of starvation. And yeah. So yeah. That happened. So I don't know, maybe I could potentially just try to see about maybe playing Gary's mod for a next stream or something.
All right.
But or I don't know, Goat Simulator or something, I don't know. But I think that's going to be kind of a nightmare in and of itself.
Beware.
Because it's it's this thing where because I've seen like Mini Lad and I think a few other people play it, and I'm like, I don't know if I'll be able to play that per se, because I mean that's just it's just like you're trying to go from one place to another, and in between that time you're the darndest thing happens. Well, that would be cool because I have Gmod too. True. And I don't know, maybe we can do a bit of like prop hunt. Because that's the only real game mode I tend to like. Because there's always something funny about Gary's mod prop hunt. It's just like
Yeah.
I think a while back I tried getting back into prop hunt, and I played as a gnome in front of a gas station, and like they all went, like one of them went to the gnome. I'm just like, they're like, hi, and I darted off.
This is a suspicious gnome. Oh, it is.
Well, I darted off because they were all like pointing their guns right at the gnome. And I'm just like, well, shoot. Cool. How am I gonna get myself out of this? But aside from that, if you would like to support this channel, we do have a Patreon campaign, as well as a bit of a donation box, courtesy of Streamlabs. So if you want to do that, go right on ahead, because every dollar counts. Because, like I say in every stream, that it is you, the subscribers and viewers, that makes this channel grow. And so, yeah, with the Patreon campaign, there are rewards for people based on those pledges. Because my main thing is like, uh, at least in terms of Gary's mod, is being a lamp. And I'm not talking about the little small ones you put on the desk. I'm talking about the ones you would have like right next to your desk. That's like
Mhm.
with a little lampshade. But yeah, I think I'll link that to you, Ghost Rider, the first one. Because there's already a Gary's mod video on here, but it doesn't have as many views as it should.
Mhm.
Also, not just this channel, but if you want to check out Ghost Rider's channel, go ahead because he has some stuff on there, namely some voice acting clips that you may take an interest in, namely his SCP voice reels, which one of the videos he gave a shout out to this channel. So go on ahead and head on over there too. After the stream, of
It would
course.
be greatly appreciated.
Speaking of SCP, that's something I've been kind of thinking about doing too. And I'm not talking about the one that's done on like Unity and the Unity engine, but the original one.
I haven't played it in so long.
I haven't played it at all. I mean, I've seen Markiplier play it, and like I think his main problem is that one creature likes to snap people's necks when they're not looking at it. You know?
173 is one of the biggest threats
Yeah,
in that game.
that's the only one I'd probably would be worried about. But yeah.
And then you have 106.
True. Me being the most probably.
That guy will follow you no matter where you go.
I know, right? Yeah, the one that just pops out of shadows. Dang.
Then you have the shy guy.
Oh yeah, the one
Which
that's
you can't
always
look at.
covering his face. Yeah.
Yeah, don't look at his face.
Like, don't look at me, I'm ugly. But anyways, so let's see. What's another thing?
Then there's the plague. Then there's the plague. The doctor.
Oh yeah,
Keep your distance
the one
from him.
like that has the plague mask thing. Yeah. Kind of going within what Nightmare is mentioning here. There is a bit of a story that I have regarding it's the same map too, by the way. And I was a newspaper. And normally in a lot of rules, you're not supposed to hide underneath cars. But considering how many people were outside that were hunters, I was like, I'm gonna have to hide here for the moment. So I was hiding underneath the car for a good 2-3 minutes, even though I knew full well that you're not supposed to actually do that in Gary's mod prop hunt. And because really, I didn't want to do that, but I ended up having to do that anyway.
Speaking of hiding under cars, cloakers in Payday 2 can hide underneath them.
Okay. And we were back up at 5, but now we're back at 4 again.
We peaked at 6, so that's
did?
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, before we end the stream, I want to ask you, those currently watching this stream, and those who are going to be watching the stream after, do you want us to play Gary's mod on this channel? Aside from the animations, that's supposed to be the predominant thing. And if so, would you want to be a part of that said stream? Provided, you know, we don't have, people talking a whole lot. So people can actually focus on what they're doing.
I'm up for it.
I'd have to get rid of a lot of mods, but yeah, because like there's a lot of mods that I have on there. Most of it is like from Counter-Strike, but that's about it.
The only thing, well, that's the one thing I don't get. Why do so many people make their stuff with Counter-Strike source? It's ridiculous.
I think a lot of it has to do with texture reasons.
True.
And I don't know, maybe we can get people from the Rai community, which, by the way, Ghost Rider and Nightmare and yours truly is part of that community.
Mm-hmm.
So, for those who don't know about that. So, I don't know. Although they would have to, we'd have to have them on like Discord too. So, yeah. As long as there's no issues of me joining in that. Right, but I think a lot of it too is Nightmare is from well, I think the only real thing to really be concerned about is are people talking more than actually playing the game, because like from my experiences of like doing like public servers for prop hunt, there's always that chance of having a person that's only there to grief and troll and do drama.
Yep.
Because I think I told you about that Ghost Rider, I think, where I would be playing prop hunt and and there would be this one person who's like,
there's always one.
Yeah, and his idea of fun is to like talk a lot and get people to tell to the point where they're saying, "Stop talking, you are annoying us." And we're down to 3. And we already exceeded to 2 minutes by 2 minutes. So let's go ahead and kind of conclude this before we have another interesting story of the adventures of Gentleman Fox and Prop Hunt. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and to hit the notification bell so you become up to date with the latest videos. And so, this is Lepidus of Lepidus Grand Cinema, and I will see you in the next stream and video. And as always, good hunting.
Bye.